Hey guys, welcome back to Funke Shares. Great to be back here. This is going to be a reaction video of a couple. So a little background of them. The lady's name is Doosuur and the guy's name is Sefa. I think he got married in July of 2024. The woman ended up passing away less than 1 year after the marriage. After she passed away, a lot of things started surfacing about the man and the way he treated her. There was some form of abuse, allegedly, as well as betrayal because he had a woman on the side that he was seeing. One of the things that went viral was some of the things that the man was saying on the wedding day. I guess at that time, people would have thought of it as a joke, but some of the things that he was saying were actually eerie because they were things that happened in the marriage. He's like saying things that he's gonna give her problems. The reason why I wanted to react to this video is because this video kind of gave me deja vu. Because I had seen it before. And in my case, it wasn't that I was married to the person, but I was dating this person. And he would say some things about what my future would look like. So I'm going to tell you some of the things that he was saying. But first, let's show you the full clip. And then we can kind of talk about it after. And then I can tell you my own experience. So I feel like sometimes when people say they love you, their idea of love may not be beneficial towards you. Just keep that in mind while we watch this. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's see.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sefa Awen. Ashokuna. When I didn't believe me, what's the problem? Do I play too much? What is it? Today I'm 34 years old and I'm getting married. My wife is somewhere in there. I'll go right there and I'll pick her up and tell her, baby, you are spending the rest of your life with me. I promise to give you drama. I promise to give you problems. I promise to ensure you don't sleep well at night on the days you annoy me. And I promise to love you. When it came to my life, it came as a blessing. You've been a whole lot of things to me. You've been my friend, you've been my confidant, you've been my lover. You've loved me even at the times I deserved the love. You cared for me, you've looked after me, you've done so much for me. And I know that marrying you, marrying you is the best decision I've taken in my entire life. And today, standing here with my cap and my outfit, and with you in there, probably looking amazing, I know this is destiny. This is plan. This is what God wanted. And I'm going to ensure that I'll give you drama. I'll give you love in dramatic ways. I'll give you abnormal. I'll give you problems. I'll give you issues. I'll give you wahala. But you are there to make it all easy for me. So thank you for doing this.
Okay, guys, if you notice some of the things that this guy was saying, right? So he said, you know, you've done so many things for me. Even when I didn't deserve to be loved, you loved me. And then when it came to what he was going to do for her, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm going to give you problems. I'm going to give you issues. I'm going to make sure that you don't sleep at night. And then one thing that struck me was when he said, you're there to make it easy for me.
But you are there to make it all easy for me. So you are there to make it all easy for me.
And the reason why I'm pointing this thing out is that sometimes women think that it's the same reason they're marrying a man that he's marrying them. So many times a man will marry a woman based on what she can do for him. So in his mind, he's not thinking about what he can do for her. It's all about what he's gonna get from her. And like you see here, it was all about, you know, you're gonna make things easier for me. You've been good to me, you've done so much for me.
You've done so much for me, I cannot tell it all.
And I hope you keep doing that, but don't expect me to do the same thing, because in return, if you cause problems for me, I'm going to give you issues. I'm going to let you can't sleep at night. So you see that mentality. He said he loves her. And just because somebody loves you, and everybody has a definition of love. Maybe in his mind, I'm marrying you because I love you. That's where it stops for me. Now you take over because I've shown you that love. Now it's your turn to do all these things for me and expect nothing good from me, because the only thing I'm going to give you, I do love you. He said it that he loves her, But just because someone loves you doesn't mean they know how to treat you or they know how to treat you right. So I guess that's one lesson from there. And yeah, so that's the story. So let's come back to mine and why this was deja vu for me. When I saw, like, I'm going to give you drama, I'm going to give you issues, it brought me back to my situation. I know people can, sometimes, or maybe if this hadn't happened, people would have said things like, oh, it's a joke, like he's just joking. That if you say it's just a joke, two things. One, if you claim to love somebody and you don't want to see them, down, right? So even if it comes to your head to make that joke, it will be like something that can never come out of your mouth to say that, oh, I'm going to give you issues. I'm going to say that I'm going to make sure that you don't sleep at night. If you love somebody, like you say, in Christ-like way, where you're there to make the person's life better and not worse, you won't say things like that, even as a joke. Anyway, that's for me. That's what I think, because growing up, like seeing relationships all around, it was not uncommon for lovers to like make jest of each other or make jokes, but I would never think of a joke that would go to the extreme of saying things like what our future would look like and painting a bad future, if not for myself, but for my spouse, like saying that this is what your future will look like with me and it won't be good. Like, I don't think that that's a honorable joke. Second of all, if you look at comedians or like people that do parody or impersonation, what really makes those jokes funny? It's because it's true, right? So if a comedian comes, like he gives a joke about maybe Yoruba people and he talks about parties, we know that, yeah, the Yoruba tribe is known for parties. So it will be fun because it's a fact, right? So I think that for every joke that people give, there's an element of truth there. They may be trying to hide behind comedy or they try to hide behind laughter or satire, but I think that there's some element of truth there. So that's it. Okay, now back to my situation. So I'll give you some background information before I tell you what really happened with me. So I live in a small town. And when I moved here, I realized that I couldn't find people to braid my hair. Like I couldn't find hairdressers to help me because it's a small town. Basically, I have to braid my hair myself. And it takes me 3 days to braid my hair. I usually like to do it on the weekend and I give myself a lot of time. So I feel like I could do it in 2 days if I'm really serious, but I really give myself a lot of time. So I usually get done in 3 days. So that's the background information about my hair. So this one I did it myself too, and it took me 3 days. And so I was dating this guy. It was kind of a long distance thing. And so we talked every night for sure, maybe sometimes more than once in a day, maybe twice or 3 times. But we already set up a time every night. And so he would call me every night. And so he called me during this time I was braiding my hair, the Saturday, the Sunday, I'm braiding my hair. Sunday, I'm still braiding my hair. Monday, I'm still braiding my hair. And one thing about him is that when he talked about the future together. He always spoke about me in the future, which is good. Like, it's not a bad thing. But I think it was good too for me to kind of see the future that he was envisioning for me. And like I said before, just because someone wants to marry you doesn't mean that they're doing it for your good. Many times it will be for their own good because of what they want, not because of what they want to give you. So it's like a selfishness thing more than sacrifice, right? So like I said, he always talked about the future together. Like, how many kids do you see in your future? How many children do you want? Those kind of questions, just future-based questions, right? So then he's asking me about my hair. I'm still braiding my hair Saturday, Sunday. And then he said, well, it takes too much time. This will be feasible. We can't, in the future, in the marriage, we can't have you wasting so much time braiding your hair. So we're going to have to cut the hair. And he said, I was like, no, you're not cutting my hair. You can't say that to me. Like, I was really getting kind of annoyed. And then he said, yeah, don't worry. I'm going to do it when you're sleeping. Like, you're going to be sleeping and I'm going to cut your hair. And yeah, I was very annoyed at him saying something like, why would you say that? You're going to cut my hair. Even if you want to give a solution, is that the only thing that you think about? Like, cutting my hair? Like, I was really mad at him. And then, like the way they do, yeah, I'm just saying it. Make it seem less annoying than he had done, like trying to make it seem like, oh yeah, no, I'm just joking, right? That was one. And then he told me, I'd love to see you cry sometime when we get married. I want you to cry. I want to see you cry. I want to see you shed tears. was like, why would you say that? Like, I could never, in my mind, I could never think of saying that to a man that I love, that, oh, I want to see you depressed sometimes. Just, I just want, it'll be cute to see you depressed. Like, who says things like that? For me, the red flags were flagging with that guy. Like, I knew that the future that he was seeing was really based on him, right? It was all centered on the things that he wants, the things that work for him. And he would say things like, if there's any decision, let's talk about it. We're going to talk about it among ourselves. But he was so much of a talker that even when I try to say something, and I'm not joking with you, like I'm not lying. One time we were talking about something and he talked for 45 minutes straight. He didn't let me, like, there was no way for me to come in. Like, he talked for 45 minutes. Like I say, the red flags were flagging. I knew that, there was no way I didn't see that future with this person, and I was going to get out. Part of this woman's diary, she was talking about how the man was also controlling in the marriage. And yeah, I noticed this with this guy too, just that controlling nature, apart from saying all the things that he said to me, he was also controlling, trying to control my profile picture. Like, a lot of the diary of this woman are online. I want to read out some. Today again, I sat and listened to how much of a bad person I am and how I do not admit to any wrong and I cancel people. This is because of how much I have confided in the person I thought I could trust. Same person who believes every other person except me. Same person who wants me to be mute. Same person who married me because he wanted to do me a favor of pity. I think that was very touching for me. Like, she felt that this guy married her because he wanted to do her a favor. So he married her out of pity, which is a very, very sad situation. So this woman ended up passing away, I think, from chest problems, but people are saying online that it was the stress of being in the marriage, the abuse, and the betrayal. But it's all alleged, and I think the police are also investigating it for this couple. But anyway, what a sad situation. And in closing, I just want to talk about pressures again. I know I've done a couple of videos on it, but a lot of times when I see videos like this, I'm like, people that put pressure on people to get married, don't they see these videos? I'm not pointing fingers at Africans, but it's like Africans, like, you see all these stories of the way people are ending up dying in marriages. They're suffering abuse. Some of them keeping silent, they can't speak up. And you're still pressuring people to get married. Like, why are people doing it? People, after seeing stories like this, so many crazy stories out there. And I'm glad that we're seeing these kind of things, because in the past, like, some of these things were hidden, right? So I'm glad that we're seeing it. Like, don't people think that this is more common? Like, do they think that it's just a one-off situation and like, okay, yeah, just a one-off situation. As far as you go get a guy and you bring him, we're gonna use prayer to, like, get the guy right. But I think that people shouldn't be pressured to get married just because somebody wants a grandchild. Like, what's more important to you? Your child's life or a grandchild? Like, what's more important to you? So it's really a message to everybody that's, like, putting pressure on people to get married. Like, just stop. And if you feel like feeling some kind of pressure, maybe from society, just don't give yourself pressure. Like, at least I'm not crying. Imagine that guy telling me that he's gonna make me cry. And if he was doing it maybe every night, he's making me cry every night. Compared to now, there's nobody making me cry. I'm just living my life. I'm just saying it out there to people. Like, first of all, don't put pressure on yourself. I don't care how old you are. And second of all, don't let anybody put pressure on you. Just stick with God. Use your time for good. Use your time for the service of the kingdom, and you're going to find out that there's so much to do. There's so many things that we can do as single. There's so much to achieve. Discover your passion. Do things for the kingdom of God, and yeah, you'll be glad you do. There's no point sitting around being sad or waiting for a man. Definitely don't be desperate. I would say definitely do not be desperate, no matter what to make you desperate. And don't feel like you have to hold on to a man. I don't think there's anybody worth it, man or woman. There's nobody that you have to hold on to. Like, if I don't get this person, then I won't let go. There's nobody that's irreplaceable. That's just a fact, in my mind anyways. So nobody's indispensable, like they say. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. A preview of my next book review. So I'm going to be reviewing this book called Dating Intelligently by Ladri Iren. And I'm about this way. So I haven't read much about this. So I hope that I'm able to review this book next week. Thank you for sticking to the end of the video. Question for you guys: have you ever been in a situation like the one that I found myself in, where a guy was basically telling you about the terrible future that he has for you? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you guys next video.
How can I say that I'm grateful? Oh yeah, I have a father who will never ever fail me, no.